That was super exciting. I wasn't sure how this was going to go. Again, the module has some pretty specific instructions as to what to do when the alarm is raised. And I had to modify those because you raised the alarm from a spot other than the front entrance. But I think that was a really great fight. I'm really glad you took down the ogre. I wasn't sure if that was going to be a thing. I thought you might just flee. It was phenomenal. I loved it all. Let's go ahead and, as usual, ask each of you to tell me something that you had fun with, and an action that another player character made, or something that you would like. And I see there aren't very many people still in chat, but I would love to see feedback from anyone who is still here as to anything you enjoyed about this game. So let's start with M. What was something that you enjoyed, and what's a player character you'd like to nod?
I enjoyed taking 0 damage from Charlotte. I feel like that's probably happened before in their history, where it's just like, I'm gonna hit you. Sure you are.
It'd be
well, you technically hit me.
This blind fury, she's not.
She is trained in the quarterstaff, so I would like to, she took a course on it, but I think she barely passed.
A correspondence course, perhaps.
She took a course on it, but it was mostly like, you read the book, you practice at home, and then you demonstrate that you know how to hold it correctly. So I was like, I'm very happy that happened. I understand that you're like, I don't want my players rolling on each other. First of all, because PvP combat is absurdly unbalanced.
Yeah. Which is why when I bring player character sheets in as villains, that's a thing that I only do like on occasion, because it is not a balanced experience. If I am going to send a player character against you, I need to be ready to accept the fact that, like, there's some bullshit. Anyway, go ahead.
But for player nod, I'm gonna actually nod Jen, for the I am dead, still dead, just dead.
There was so much dead.
It was so good. It was so good though. I'm sorry that you were dead, but I'm also laughing about it.
I know. I loved being able to hear and like to listen and have like everybody else do like really cool stuff. I'm just like, all right. I was actually pretty damn surprised that I survived. I kind of, for some reason, just expected to either roll the 1 or to have the fighting go on long enough that I was going to somehow fail enough death saves. And then I would have been like, well, crap. I am literally the only person in the group who does not have a backup character.
You jinxed yourself.
I know. I was thinking that. I was totally thinking that. I got an A++ on them being lore again, being, a pissy murder machine of wonder and joy. I love it. You took down a freaking ogre,
I did do that.
You did do that. So I am very impressed with that. Also, I'm super laughing at the fact that Charlotte is continuing on where we do not have Hyacinth and triggering traps.
Triggering traps with her face, yeah.
Yes. It made me feel like I was at home. Oh.
Gail, what's something you enjoyed, and what's a player character you'd like to nod?
I did really enjoy. I was very curious what would be the first thing to actually do damage past Charlotte's ward, and it's a little fitting that it was a trap she didn't check for in her own hubris. I like that.
Hubris.
I also I wanted to nod Lore for the super like creepily enthusiastic way that she was doing the hallway battle of the
Yeah.
jumping in, risking attacks, like trying to bait people into hitting her. Like I liked it. It was a vibe.
And I have to really shout out Jeff, who unfortunately, as we said, is having technical difficulties, so is not connected with us right now. He is a fire breath machine. Like, he has
For sure.
Jeff Calder, and that fire breathing potion has swung fights like so many times already. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love also the murder hobo vibe that Summer Lore somehow sometimes gets. And
Homeowner.
yes, that's kind of spring
She's
versus
just a
summer.
No, she's a murder homeowner. She has a house.
Yeah, I was about to say she's not a hobo.
And Clarion is normally the one who keeps everyone else up. So like, who heals the healer? And in this case, it was Charlotte with a potion that thankfully you managed to administer to the correct orifice. But
poor Clarion is getting more and more like angry and grumpy with every session. Like, I'm starting to get to the point where Clarion's words are like he's very short, very clipped,
terse.
like we're just going. And like, that's not normal for Clarion.
Oh no!
Like Lore, if Lore were not in summer mode, would be worried. But Lore doesn't care right now. Lore does not care at all. But
So did Clarion spend the year off of adventuring, like singing the tales and saying that, yeah, I'm so good at this, I can't wait to get back to it. And then when you're back to it, you're like, this sucks.
yeah, it sucks. Like,
It's
I
not
went
like
from
the
like
songs
a
at
party
all.
that all seemed to be like really cool and awesome to like my sort of wife being a murderer or homeowner, you know.
By being a genocidal psychopath.
A very violent
this is-
person.
Clarion is not handling it well. Clarion is there is a possibility that Clarion is going to have a break at some point himself. Just so you
Clarion
guys
is,
know, as we go further down and as Lore continues this behavior and just like stuff gets crazier and crazier, I
There's a
might have to
reckoning
make
to
some
come.
decisions.
Meepo is a little bit withdrawn and concerned, not because of anything else. And in fact, having fought beside Lore again, any antipathy that was there like before from the decision to kill a sleeping orc is gone. Meepo is no longer concerned about killing these orcs at all. And he is weary and kind of tired, but he is he's got pretty decent morale after what just happened. And we are going to begin next time with an exploration of the Glitterheim. And I would like to remind everybody that you are clearly not the only people with an interest in the Forge. So it's going to be interesting to see how you interact with the other groups, the orcs included, because Lore is correct that leaving enemies behind you is not necessarily strategically the best plan. But maybe you killed enough of them that orcs, when enough of them die, they tend to break apart into small roving bands, which may or may not be better or worse. We'll see. Anyway, if you have anything else you would like to say to our viewers, now is the time. Let's go ahead and plug some pluggables. Let's start with Silver Key. Why don't you tell us where we can find you on social media?
I'm one Silver Key everywhere at this point in time. That's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I have a page up on that. Ko-fi, if you're one of those people. And Twitch. Did I say Twitch? Twitch too, I guess. I stream, but not this weekend because it's the 4th of July and I work in retail.
100% fair. Swedish Geek Ball, tell us a little bit about what you're up to.
Swedish Geek Ball on Twitch, on Twitter, on on Facebook too.
Can you tell us a wee bit about how far you are in the incredible Live at the Sunless Citadel?
So what I'm at right
shirt?
now is I am doing the lighting.
Nice.
I'm drawing all the lighting. So I've been inking everything. I kind of stopped and changed everything around of how I was going to do it. And I'm actually doing like inking, and then I'm going to go back and like recolor stuff. So I spent last session that I worked on it building. Basically, it was 3 hours of making one lighting rigging structure, and then 15 minutes of copy pasting it and moving it and like twisting it to turn it into like the rest of the lighting rigging.
Nice.
So I felt good about that.
Efficiency. Excellent.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't going to draw that ever again.
Repeat until cry.
With that, friends, go ahead and say goodbye to chat, and then I'm going to say goodbye to chat. Thank you for being here. It was a great game. And we are going to come back tomorrow at noon Pacific for a rewatch of the video that we just finished making right now. So I hope that you can join us for that. I'm going to go ahead and skip the usual joke where I do a ridiculously over-the-top sentence describing how sometimes it's a little bit difficult to tell whether you're watching a video or watching it live. I'm just going to skip that whole joke because it's tired and it's overdone, and I don't want to beat a dead horse any more than I already have. Thank you so very much for being here. I love you all. Take care. Have a good night.